Well, holiday decorating has begun, and we are starting off in the public bathroom. I will explain more later, but look, the guest we have right now is my darling Goose, Mwah! My grand dog, who is here to stay. Oh, yeah, oh, yes. Okay, shake. Oh, good girl. Lie down, lie down. Good girl. Okay, up, up, up. There you go. Thank you, Goose. She performs on command for me. Look at her cute little 5 arms.
I love that
bandana. I know, I do too. I do too. Only the best for this rescue puppy, right? Okay, so this is what I mean when I call it a public bathroom, because it just kind of is a public space. Now, I still cannot show you the other portion of the bathroom, because this morning when I was trying to get things ready for this shoot, my son came in and he said, oh no, I need to take a bath in the bathtub with the candles lit, and now there is a Christmas tree in here. And then I started puttering again, and then my daughter-in-law said, oh no, I need to take another bath in there. So this is what I mean by being a public bathroom. Even though I have 2 other full baths, when my kids are here, they very much want to be in this spa-like area. So what am I doing to deck the halls in the bathroom? Now, and why? Well, number one, because this is a large, fun space, and I think it's ever so romantic when you're really tired over the holidays to come in here and take a nice hot bubble bath at the foot of a Christmas tree. And because from the outside, this window is very, very prominent, and you can see the tree that I have put in here. Now, I want to point out some of my favorite and easiest little Christmas decor tips. So starting out with these glass hurricanes. These are, I don't remember where I got them. They might have even been thrifted. I'm not sure. And all I've done, someone in the last video asked how I got these taper candles to stand in there. Well, this is how. These are just brass candlesticks that are heavy enough, candle holders, thank you, that are, I kind of burnt my a little bit there. Yeah, that are heavy enough to stand up. And so they stand secure without having to use any kind of candle putty, any kind of adhesive or whatever. And I like the fact that there's this touch of brass in there, which repeats the other brass notes in the bathroom. And then this refers to kind of my favorite thing. I just went out to the arborvitae that was outside, and I love to just cut fronds of the arborvitae and just stick them absolutely everywhere, because I think it makes it look very elegant, very festive, and more importantly, it's free. So this is a way that you could really zhuzh up some plain glass candle holders. If you really, really wanted to do it on a budget, then I would say just go to the thrift store and get any of those glass vases. We've seen 1,000 of them, Stuart, and do the same thing.
That's what I almost said, is you probably didn't know where it was from. I thought for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And the candle holders, they look very high end. They look kind of West Elm. And I think I bought them online. I'm pretty sure I did. If so, I will definitely add the link below. I told you that one of my favorite things for this season are these glass domed match holders. Now, here's why I like them so much, and that's because I can never find where I put my box of matches. You know, I'll use it, I'll lay it down, I won't remember where I put it. I might have a designated spot for my matches, but it'll be in a drawer far away. With these, they are always right here, and there's a strike pad on it. And I love the fact that this one kind of matches the color of the bathroom. I have another one, but this one kind of matches the color of the bathroom, and so I've got it here at the ready, so that anyone who comes in to use my public bathroom, or at least to bathe, can light their candles very, very easily and very elegantly. So I love that. If you wanted to do this on a budget, then just go to the thrift store, get any kind of glass vessel. You might be able to get a vase that you get a custom sized cork to put inside, or you can just leave the matches freestanding, and then you can get these strike pads that are adhesive. You can get just the strike pads. Put that on the edge. What a great, thoughtful, fun, personal gift, and then you could zhuzh it out for Christmas.
So anything with a bottleneck would work.
Anything with a bottleneck would work, but
right?
if you just wanted to do something square and just have the matches exposed and
okay.
then put on the glass or the piece of pottery or whatever on the side, you could use one of these strike patches, strike swatches, and they're adhesive and you just stick them on. So I think this is kind of fun. Okay, now over here I have decked the halls a little bit more with some greenery and with some more just empty whiskey bottles. I like the way they look. I can tell my kiddos, okay, when you're in here, this is where the different bath foam bubble bath products are. The Epsom salts are in here. I showed you that before. But now I'm adding, for the holidays, I want something that's in this same color palette. So I'm probably going to get more of them. And on the final tour, I will show you how this is ultimately decked out. Right now, I'm just in stages. I did this all yesterday because after Thanksgiving, all of that went away, and then magically all of this has to reappear for the house tour, which will be coming up next Saturday and Sunday, and we will put, Stuart, let's put the info, so if people want to buy tickets, they can, and I think it's going to be a beautiful weekend. So, but I digress. I'm going to get more orchids because it kind of fits this tropical vibe.
It fits the color so well. You
and
almost
it
couldn't
fits
see
the
it
color.
from where I was a minute ago.
Right,
It
so
blends in so well.
I'm going to get more of these, and I'm just going to fill additional spaces with them because I think they're just elegant. Okay, now Stuart, I'm sure that your towel holder in the bathroom has stockings hung.
Oh, at least maybe two more than this probably, but it's not.
Probably, yeah. At least one for you and one for Julia. Well, I have 4 because there are 4 in my family. And I love these toile stockings. I got these many, many years ago from Williams-Sonoma, but they don't match the color palette in the parlor right now. But they're too beautiful not to press into service. So I have put them in here. I've stuffed them with this just cotton foam for now. I've adorned them with a little bit of glitz and greenery. And then I am probably going to do some shopping, and I'm going to get very, very specific stocking stuffers to put in here related to bath products. So I'll probably get some, maybe some bath bombs, like big snowballs to put in here. I might get some, I don't know, maybe some singular candles or something, but I'll put those in there, and I think it'll be really fun. I think this has, it has kind of a restoration hardware vibe. Here's another tip. Take lots of clues from the design and the staging that they do for different kinds of catalogs and just steal those ideas. Even if they're kind of impractical, this will be here just for the holidays. Actually, the towels that people are going to use are going to be stored in a different basket. So for now, this just looks very, very nice. I found, when I was going through my things, I found a pillow that perfectly matches this color sway. What an interesting pillow. I had this made. It's got my monogram on it. Neat. And then I've got another, just kind of another lounging pillow here. And because I think all pieces of clothing should be multifunctional.
Cat's lounging at least.
Cat's lounging, yes. Goose, I'm surprised Goose hasn't gone after that. So this is that long cardigan that I got when I was doing for the color of the month. It's still the color of the month. And I thought, okay, this is also great in the morning when I'm chilly in my jammies and I want to go sit out by the fire, that I can just grab this. And in the meantime, I think it looks quite elegant and color appropriate, just hanging over the chair. I think I told you, it worked out brilliantly. I absolutely loved the way these rattan chairs looked at Thanksgiving. We'll be putting up some pictures on Instagram and things where you can kind of see my table. In fact, I think there's already a short video I put up. And I used these chairs. They looked so much better than those plastic and metal folding chairs that you get when you need additional seating, Stuart. And so I loved the way they look. This leads me to my question of the day. When you need additional seating around the holidays, not all year, and you want something that is portable, that can fold up and store easily, what do you use? Do you use something like this, a folding chair? Some people use like stools that they can just pull up to the table, benches. I'm just kind of curious how you get your additional seating when you are celebrating Thanksgiving or some big feast. I've just taken some little gold ornaments, pine cone ornaments, because the thematic in here is brass and gold, and I have hung them on there, and I think that's a sweet thing. This too would make a brilliant gift idea. Just, I think I mentioned it last time, just decant your your bubble bath into these beautiful free bottles. Well, not necessarily free, but we consumed their contents and then recycled them with, and somebody was asking me where I got these corks. These corks are just corks that I have saved from bar items that likewise have been consumed. And I just, if they've got a beautiful cork, then I just save the cork because I think they're beautiful, inherently beautiful.
Artisan corks, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
you probably could. Okay, now this, you guys are going to think I'm kind of crazy, but I love the looks of candles that sit in these little clip-on candle holders that you clip onto the tree. So I first, how did I start out? I think, okay, so this is just a clip.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
That's
and
good.
you just secure it to the tree branches. Now, it's just metal that's very malleable, that you can bend pretty easily. So I think I started out with the clips themselves, and I ordered the brass clips. And then I thought, but I know where I can get real candles to put in here, but I really don't want real candles on my Christmas tree. So then I just measured the width of what I wanted to see if I could get some battery operated ones, and indeed I could, but in a very surprising place. And yes, we will put all of these links below. So this is actually part of a Harry Potter magic wand set that was sold around Halloween, but it's still available. And it comes with some fine, like just translucent line that you can hang these from the ceilings, and it makes it look like at Hogwarts, where they are just suspended from the ceiling. But for me, I want them tucked into these little clip-on candle holders. And yes, if you're using a number of these, it would be handy for you to have a remote. But in this case, the remote is a magic wand.
So
now, this would be such a fun gift for a Harry Potter lover in your life. I cannot wait to show this to my son, Johnny, who loved Harry Potter growing up. And so you just point and click, and that is your remote.
You mean you have to say like voila or something?
Oh, alakazam or something like that. Okay, so now what do I do with all of these little clip-on candles? So I left this off so I wouldn't disturb the tree when I showed it to you. But all of my candles, yeah, you're wondering why over here. Okay, so, and I'm going to stand here because this is a mess because I just haven't gotten around to cleaning it up yet. So this is just a tinsel tree. I wanted one that was very slim in profile. This is just about the right height. I want to say this is, I'm 5'5", so this is about 6 feet, I'm gonna guess.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
I wanted all of the ornaments to pretty much be in gold and brass. They're not expensive, but there's a lot of them. And this is kind of a garden-inspired life kind of thing. What I look for is line, shape, form, and texture. So I have all different types of shapes and forms and textures in the Christmas ornaments. You guys do this instinctively when you decorate your Christmas tree. And I just wanted to be intentional about it. And a lot of them, again, are nature inspired. So I've got glittery pine cones and things. I will probably hang a few more of these here. These were Reed and Barton collectible ornaments, and I've got more of them, but I need to get more of this maroon red ribbon, and then that will give me just a touch of that color on this tree. And I will do that as time permits. But again, I have my magic wand to just turn the candles on and off. I'm not holding my mouth right on this, but pointing them on and off. You can also twist at the base for them to go on and off. There is a learning curve to learning the wand. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know that Harry had some problems, and obviously I need to take that class. But it's very, very fun, and it really is fun, especially at night, to light the candles and to bathe by candlelight and under the glow of a Christmas tree.
I have a fun thought, because it's kind of like creative shopping isn't just for thrifting.
Yeah, no, it's how
This is creative.
This is kind of, well, it is, and it was different components that I had to think through to come together.
Exactly.
But I love the way it looks. I love the fact that it's kind of whimsical and a little bit weird. Whimsical and a little bit weird. A whimsical, weird wonderland in my public bathroom. So I've got lots of laundry to fold. The towels will actually go in this basket right here. And so guests or myself can just grab a towel out of this kind of, again, tropical Bali looking basket. And I like that. And then I've got one more very important thing to do today while it is cloudy, because now that the window box has been cleaned out, I need to clean my windows. So I had my son carry out a ladder out there so that I can hop on that ladder and hop to cleaning my windows as soon as we're finished here. But I am mixing, I think, my holidays. Hopping is for Easter. It's still Christmas, and let's go into the parlor and see what kind of preparations I'm making there. Well, here are a couple of little life luxuries that are inexpensive and have really improved my quality of life. They've solved some issues that I've been having, storage issues in particular, and coincidentally, they would also make great stocking stuffers, I think. So one of them is kind of a silly thing, but it really has been so helpful and practical, particularly when I am packing, and that is these brass hangers, these brass hooks. Because what I can do then is I can just stage, when I'm getting ready to pack, I can just stage my different outfits on these multiple hooks, and I've got them placed all up and down my closet at every juncture point where I could hang one. So you can see that I could kind of do multiple outfits along those, so as I decide what I'm going to wear, that I can kind of put it together before I start packing. The other thing is, you guys know I'm a gal who loves her earrings, costume earrings, nice earrings, and by the way, my favorite earrings are from Elizabeth at Atrios Tile, so we need to put a link below. But I needed a way to really store them so that I can see them easily to select what pair I want to wear. But also that really kept them from getting all tangled up. That was my issue. They just kept getting tangled up. So I found these mesh kind of hangy things. I don't know what these would be called, but they are just mesh. And then
turns it into an art piece. It's
Yeah,
kinda cool.
yeah, it is kind of cool. Your French hoops or whatever just stick through the mesh, and that way, when I'm trying to decide what pair I want to wear, they're all here, and I can kind of, because I like to color coordinate things, I can kind of color
Probably not the only
coordinate.
person that just had the thought, how do you pick a pair of earrings?
How do I pick a pair of earrings? It's so fun, and it's one of my little joys for the day is picking out what earrings I'm going to wear, and they can be really inexpensive. They don't have to be,
Well, no,
yeah, they don't have to be anything
Well, it's
inexpensive.
about how it makes you feel, right?
It
It's
is.
not about, yeah.
And then here, this makes me smile every morning. This is a tiny little
I
turtle
remember this.
wallet. You remember this story, Stuart, that my mom, who died when I was young during one of her hospital stays, she made this. I got one in this color, and my sister got one in turquoise. And when I keep it hanging there, oops, I think of her. So this is just a wonderful, I think this would be a great gift for teenagers, for college students, and it comes in this sweet little box. So again, I'll put the link below. I have several of them, and Stuart, you might want to think about one of these for Julia. So there you go. Just a couple of little life luxuries that coincidentally might make a really good stocking stuffer. Well, what am I reading this week? Not a lot. I've been so busy getting ready for Thanksgiving, enjoying having my kiddos here, and now prepping for Christmas that I really haven't had time to do a lot of reading, which I normally do at night before I fall asleep. And I've been pretty tired at the end of the day, so I'm just kind of crashing. So I'm not really reading a whole lot, but what I am referencing is my new garden journal. So many of you have gotten it and have told me, you're kind of wondering, well, how should I use it? When should I start? And I think that's a very, very personal thing. Because a lot of it, I think the value will be consistency and developing a habit to actually record in it. So whenever you are really beginning to get motivated for the gardening season ahead, or maybe even in the downtime around Christmas, if you work and you've got some time off, that might be a good time to start looking through it and seeing how, as a tool, it can best serve you. So thank you so much for your kind comments. A couple of you have told me there were some issues with the binding, the adhesive in the binding. And if that's the case, then just send it back to where you got it. A lot of you got it on Amazon, and if that was the case, then send it back. You can tell me about it, and I will pass it on to the publisher, but there's not a whole lot I can do. So just talk to the source. Talk to the source. So that is what I am thinking about, what I am doing, and like it just makes me happy in here when I see that in November I've got some beautiful pressed leaves. So just little tokens of the season. And then also I wanted to mention it to you because I have referenced this tiny little Ivy printer, Bluetooth printer. Who's out there, Goose? Who's out there? We've got some neighbors out there, and Goose is protecting me from my neighbors.
All right, Goose, you're good.
You're good.
Good
It's
job,
okay.
you
Okay. So anyhow, these Ivy printers are on deep discount right now. So if you are interested in getting one, now would be a good time to do it. They're small enough to tuck in a stocking, but they also are an easy wrap. So if that's something that you have been wanting, you want to put it on your Christmas list, then you might want to send the link, which I will put below, to your loved ones. And the thing is, I find it so helpful. Yes, some people really want to be surprised during the holidays, but some people like me would just prefer to get, because I don't need a whole lot of things, and if there is something that I really want, I'm pretty particular about it. I'm trying to be more curated about my things, and for example, my son, he is so particular. I don't buy anything for him. For Jamer, I don't buy anything for him that he has already said specifically that he wants. He's kind of a minimalist kind of guy. So I've learned that, and I think it's a thoughtful thing to do, to send people links to something that you want, so that they can, they don't have to be out looking for it or even on their phone looking for it. Okay, now this next thing of what I am thinking about, it is such a sweet sweet story. It's a very personal story. And I think about it every year at about this time as we're going into the holidays. So when my dad was older and he was living in assisted living, and he was starting to show some signs of dementia. A number of us kids, we were there, we were visiting with him. And when I say a number of us, that could have still been just 3 out of 10 who were there visiting him in assisted living. And he was wanting to know, it was already, things were starting to already go up. Christmas trees were starting to go up. A wreath had been hung on his door. And he was really beginning to fret. And he was saying, who is going to be here for Christmas? And so we said, well, Dad, it's going to be, Kay's going to be here. Barb's going to be here. Meg's going to be here. Dave's going to be here. And he said, but yes, but who else is going to be here for Christmas? And obviously there was some kind of disconnect that we just weren't making, a connection we were missing. And finally he said, in a very sweet way, he said, no, Christmas is a series. Christmas is a series. It's not just one day. And he couldn't really come up with the right words to express that. But what he meant was Christmas is a season. And growing up, all of us kids were all around for obviously the duration of this season. And he wanted to know, where were the rest of the kids? Where was everybody else for Christmas, the Christmas series, not just Christmas Day? And when we finally realized that, it helped us make him feel better. I think really made us be in tuned to, we all needed to call him, visit him more over the course of the next month, bring him goodies for the series that was Christmas. And I think it also was very comforting to us because it made us realize how important we were to him during the Christmas holidays, because he really loved Christmas. And to him, Christmas just meant having his kids around. And there were a lot of us, the kids and the chaos around. So I think of that this time of year routinely, and it makes me think about him, and it makes me think about my brothers and sisters, and how nice it was to have all of us there and around for the series that is Christmas. Well, one of the best things about the holidays for me is having a Christmas goose here, my grand dog. A lot of you have been introduced to Goose. She was a rescue puppy belonging to Jamie and Taylor. Gosh, how long has Goose been appearing periodically in our videos? She was such a help out in the garden at the Fairy Tale House, and I imagine that she will be equally of value here at this house. Won't you, girl? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. So she's helping me decorate in the parlor, and I have up tree number 1. So this is a really beautiful tinsel tree, silver tinsel tree. I bought it online. I've actually been looking for one of these for years, and I finally found one that had, I'll be honest, just kind of the Martha Stewart quality that I was looking for. And you may recall that it is very reminiscent of a lot of the inspiration images that I had on my bulletin board. And it's been so fun for me, you guys, to just refresh my Christmas color palette. So it's more kind of a winter wonderland theme in here. The blues, the taupes, the navies, the kind of aquamarine, different colors, Goose's wagging tail. Yeah, I know. It's so precious, so precious. So that and silver and white. So this is my theme. I don't have any lights on this tree, and I don't think I will, but I will have candles in the windows as soon as I can locate them. I bought them. They're the battery operated ones that are just so dear, that sit in the windowsill. So I've got some of those, and then the wreaths will be in the backdrop hung on the outside, and those will be illuminated. So I really wanted this inside to be kind of to be kind of clean. And then I'm coordinating all of my wrapping around this same thematic. And I think I showed you this before. So this is the color palette. It's kind of a taupe, silver, different shades of blue. And I've wrapped them with the velvet ribbon that I think I showed to you earlier. And then I just like to tuck a few of the ornaments onto the packages themselves.
The blue quilt looks good.
Yeah, and it just, yes, and for a tree skirt, this is just a blue scarf that I have. And obviously there will be more. It's fringed, but I think it's appropriate, and there will be more small gifts underneath this tree. This one here is a different wrap that I have not heretofore wrapped presents in yet, but I will, and this one happens to be for you, Stuart. So I'm going to put that over there, only if you're good. Only if you're good. Then I got these. These were such fun punch tags. I think I showed you those before, because you punch out the silhouette and then you can use it for confetti. You can use it to do some kind of 3D decorating somewhere if you want. And then this, man, I'm going to do this every year because this was so handy. These are just Christmas picks, and you can get these to use for hors d'oeuvres, to use for your drinks, for a variety of different purposes. But I have found that they are brilliant as adornments on your gift wrap. So one of the reasons they are so wonderful is then you can take any kind of ornament that you might want to decorate your packages with, and you just put it around one of these sticks, and then you just tuck the stick into the ribbon, or even through the gift wrap itself, or through the hole in the tag, and it makes it so much easier. You don't have to use a lot of tape. You don't have to try to thread whatever the ornament is through the ribbon, which is always kind of difficult. It's just kind of mindless, especially if your fingers don't work very well. So, and a lot of times, if you don't have a ribbon, look at this. You just stick it right through the wrap, and you can get it to come out on the other side if you want. But if you don't want to, you just stick it through the wrap, and then this is where you could stick the tag. I'm using the word stick a lot. Place the tag. But I think it's very clever. Again, these are the colors that I am using in my parlor, but they also have some that are really fun, and they're wood. And they've got obviously more traditional characters on them. There's probably some with little trees and Santas, but I think it's fun. So I just love all of these. This is a mix of nice glass Mercury ornaments, some that I've had for years, these grapes, these groupings of grapes, clusters of grapes, but a lot of them also are just inexpensive ones that I have just supplemented. I got a number of them at Target, but I've just supplemented my more expensive ones, and I think they look really pretty. Now, because I have a new color palette for my tree, I need a new color palette for my mantle, and this is very much a work in progress. It is not done. I need to steam all of my new stockings, these icy blue stockings. I'll be hanging greenery on them, and you can see here each one of them will also have an ornament on it that matches their initial. And these are the stocking hangers that I got, that probably, I don't know that I'm going to keep these because I think they're just not going to be very secure. So I'm looking at different options, which is why I said that that this is a work in progress. Now, I do like to always have some kind of green Tussie Mussy that kind of accentuates the corner, a bit of greenery. This is one that was made for me by Charlie across the street, my 8-year-old neighbor who is always bringing me little gifts. And she brought me a wonderful Tussie Mussy. This one's about 2 weeks old. It had white baby's breath in it. It was just adorable. So I have commissioned her to make 6 of them for me, and we discussed what a commission is and then how she needs to invoice me with Betsy, her babysitter, who's the best babysitter ever. So she was all dressed up in adorable. Maybe I can put in a picture here. So she has agreed to take on the commission, and I told her by what day I would need them, and she needs to let me know what she will be charging. And so we have a business arrangement with Charlie across the street, who is also Charlie is also the gal that does my sweet little chalk art in front. She and I have become
like the artist.
Yeah, quite buddies. I am Miss Linda on the street. So I'm going to zhuzh all of these. I also color coordinate the things that go inside. Stuart's going, of course you do. So some of the things that I will tuck into my stockings.
I lost one of these earlier.
Oh yeah, I had to hide it from you, Stuart. I had to hide it from you. But my daughters-in-law especially Delphia, loves dark chocolate. So I got some of these for both of the girls, caramel and dark chocolate. Do you see that this is in September blue with caramel, which was one of our color of the month, and then I think it's always the season for dark chocolate, don't you?
I think everybody probably buys their chocolate based on the colors on the packaging too. It's probably pretty normal.
I know. I think Stuart's teasing me there, but yes, I do color coordinate my things because I have some icicle chocolates.
It coordinates really well.
I know, and these will be sticking out. In addition to some little packages of things that make good stocking stuffers that I will wrap in my designated colors and stick in there. So you won't get to see this until we do the official tour. So give them kind of a broad swoop of this. I do have another color echo here of a silver tinsel tree.
Did you just make those, or was that old leaves?
These are old leaves that I spray painted in my designated colors, and then these are bottle brush trees that I found. I know, I found those. You can get them in different colors, and then I need to switch out my candles. I haven't even unwrapped the colored ones yet. So all of this will continue to be zhuzhed.
Are that coated pine cones? What is that?
Yes, those are coated. I've had those for years.
It's like too realistic not to be coated. That is crazy.
Yeah, but they are coated. So I'm still zhuzhing that, but I like this kind of wind blown theme of the leaves just tucked into the tree, and I kind of like that. So it seems elegant to me, and I will finish this out later. I also found these sweet little ornaments that I think are just dear, and these would make, I think sometimes ornaments, especially if you find them at the end of the year, I think they make fun little toys for kids, and when they're, I don't know, when they're of a sweet quality like this, they have kind of an old-fashioned vibe. These would also look kind of cute sticking out of here. But yes, so do I sometimes color coordinate my ornaments? Yes. Yes, I do. I think this buck is getting ready to maybe make an entry in the garden. Yeah, in the garden journal. Just very sweet. This guy doesn't want to stand up. There we go. There we go. And then again, because this is just how I roll, you guys, I always show my uglies before everything is finished. And so I'm just showing you some in-process things because Christmas is a series and it takes us a while to get everything in place until it reaches a point of supposed perfection for us. Nothing is perfect.
It's really just when you stop.
Perfectly
right? Yeah.
imperfect. Yeah, it's just when you stop. And but I need to get going because I got to have it done by next weekend. And then here, I'm getting ready to set this as kind of, excuse me, it's kind of a bar here where I will have some champagne for people when they walk in the door, probably some goodies over here, and I will declutter my coat rack so my guests have a place to hang their coat.
Who's that fabric was?
That's velvet.
Cool.
Yeah, that's velvet, and actually it's green. It's not my color palette, but I'll figure it out. So all of this will be restaged. Now this is where we started out. We had all of the pies and everything on here on the sideboard for Thanksgiving, and then when we moved outside, all of the pies went outside with us because it was absolutely,
You gotta take
it
the
was,
pies with you.
oh my, you do. And let me tell you, Thanksgiving was just, it was textbook. The weather could not have been any better. I think everyone agreed it was our best Thanksgiving ever. And that's saying a lot because it was just such a communal thing. All of us sitting out there by the fire with the kids at home. Stuart, am I forgetting anything? Yes, I am. This is huge. No, this is huge news, you guys. We are hoping this week to go over and shoot at a couple of the homes that will be on the Christmas tour along with mine for the Mesta Park Holiday Tour. And two of the homeowners have decided that they will allow us to come into their home. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that. I'm going to save mine until the weekend around December 8th because something really special is happening then. Many of you, if you watch my channel, you probably also watch Homeworthy, which is a wonderful YouTube channel that was started by a gal who used to work for ABC for Good Morning America, Emmy Award winner. She has a wonderful channel and she goes into people's homes and does home tours. And so they have asked me to be on the Christmas Homeworthy tour, and we're going to shoot that December 8th, Stuart. Mm-hmm. And so I really need to get going, so I will be ready for that. And I don't think I told you, Stuart, that my friend Brandon, that lives in Alexandria, Virginia, we have visited before. We've had him on our channel. He is also was on Homeworthy last year, and they're going to do huge Christmas stuff. His is just incredible.
Yeah, really cool.
Really, really ornate, very, very complex, and requires a lot more effort than mine does. But I think for now, I've got a very sleepy goose over here.
I know,
Stuart.
we got to end on it. That's what
We
I was
got
thinking.
a very sleepy,
The way she sits on it is very
no.
prominent.
She likes to look out the windows, don't you, Goose? So that's what's going on here with me and Goose at the cottage on the hill. Hopefully you got just a few ideas that will make your holiday decorating a little bit easier.